quite poor ones, but I can jump in if I'm good. Well, hello everybody. I've decided to swap the studio for the commentary box. It's the mixed 30-round robin match between France and Scotland. I'm delighted to be joined by Scottish girl Hannah Crisp herself. Hannah, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you getting on?
Yeah, it was my first time actually in the comms box today. I've been in the studio, so I'm quite looking forward to this one. France v Scotland, and quite a big game for France. Played 6, won 2, lost 2, drawn 2. 12 points, the same as the England 2 team, whereas Scotland yet to get a win. So
does this, for France, determine where they finish up on the...
They have a couple more games to play yet, but it's quite a big one. They're locked on 12 points with England too. So far, both of France's wins have come against Scotland. So I think they will expect to win this one. But how's things been in the Scotland camp so far?
Yeah, I think it's feeling good. With the women's open team myself, it's been really positive. We had a slightly tougher day yesterday with some of our results, but on the whole, I think the vibe's really positive. We played with a lot of people, so a couple of the guys on the field just now I played with back in mixed open back in 2012. So yeah, there's a lot of crossover between teams, and everyone knows everyone. It's very friendly. Very friendly.
Superb stuff, and it's an early drive for Scotland, but to no avail. So France get the ball now. A couple of danger plays to watch out for France. Top scorer Charlie Marketing with 9 so far, but Steve Coxill for Scotland is the player to watch. 13 tries so far.
That's
Not
good
bad,
going.
eh?
Yeah, it's good going, especially as someone who tends to scoop, I think, as well. Usually they're the offloaders and giving scores to other people, but that's a good shift.
So here we go, France on the attack now. Can they get to the 7-metre line? They do. Are they going to get through here?
There.
Out it goes wide, but no gap there. Oh, can she make the dive? No, not this time.
Looked like there was a lot of options there for the scooper. Just didn't manage to quite execute it, but still early days. Early time, 1:45 on the clock.
Exactly, 20 minutes each way. 5-minute break. Scotland yet to get a win in the mixed 30 round robin. They have lost 5, drawn 1.
Yeah, I think it's a relatively new team, so they've not had a mixed senior for a while. As I said, a lot of them have played mixed for a long time before this, but it's been a while since this team have been together, and it's been pulled together not last minute, but they've been slightly lesser on the training campaigns than I imagine the England teams have been.
Absolutely, bit of keepy uppy there from Alistair Gossip. Actually, Alistair Gossip, we're talking about the score there. Steve Coxill with 13 for Scotland. Alistair Gossip is the second highest scorer so far for Scotland with 4. So that goes to show the disparity there.
It says. Yeah, it might feel like Coxill might have a bit of a sore back this week.
Certainly holding their own so far, Scotland, though, aren't they? France
definitely.
With the ball. I mean, no away kits, of course, so they're both decked out in the blue.
But we had the same cut, because some of our Scotland teams do have a red kit that they play in, which is an alternative kit, which in hindsight probably would have been a good idea for all of our teams to avoid this scenario where you're playing navy on navy.
Absolutely, you're right. Here we go, Scotland back with the ball now.
Oh, can he stay on his feet?
Oh, can he stay on his feet there? He's come off the bench, number 5. Brendan Murphy then picks up the ball, hands it over to number 3. That's Gavin Byers trying to drive now. Here is 16, Stuart Imrie. Can he? He's still got the ball, he's still going for it. They're going out wide. Oh! It's difficult, those long balls sometimes, isn't it? We've seen it quite a lot. It's a risk.
Yeah, it's always a risk, and I think it's it's a two-pronged risk. You've got the risk of the throw under pressure from the defence, and obviously the risk of catching as well. And it's a bit windy. You can see the flags billowing around down there. We're protected from it a wee bit up here, but it's windy, and that always makes a big difference to the pass.
It's a bit cold up here though, isn't it?
It's chilly. I came in my shorts. I'm glad I brought my long sleeve top though. It's not the warmest.
There we go, number 11 on the ball. That's Arnold Ray, as we just said, second high scorer with 8 for the French team. And down it goes. I've been desperate to say this all week. It's TRY time. It's try time, and France take the lead.
It's a good score. She managed to break Ramirez and find the pass there from the scooper. Really good work. Lots of work off the ball.
Excellent. Looking at the replay, that's right place, right time. We've seen that a lot, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a real skill as well, being able to break away from your defender when you're in that end zone area after a scoop.
So here we go. Oh no!
Didn't look like he expected that. He was in a decent amount of space. France defender still retreating offside, so could have gone for a wee cheeky dive underneath.
So France leading the way here. Mixed 30 round robin match. And France on the ball as well. They start to drive to the halfway line here. 6 touches in total. Similar to rugby league, isn't it? Really, 6 players aside.
Just no kicking.
Just no kicking. Well, and yes. Oh, look. Oh, he's been pulled back. What was that for, Hannah?
Let's wait and see what's it. Oh, clapping. For clapping, I'm not sure. Looks like an offside.
Offside.
It looks like an offside.
Surely you can't get a foul for
for clapping. No, I think not. This is the referee that yesterday got his 100th cap.
Oh, yes. This is Greg Taylor. We are going to hear from him a little bit later. He had a guard of honour here on field one, didn't he, for that? That was a really nice sight.
Yeah, we helped him on our way. He did one of our first games up in the tournament, so we got one of his 90-somethings games. He's good. He's really loud, really good comms, so definitely obviously deserved the 100 caps. If you call them, do you still call it for referees?
I think so, yeah. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. Here we go, driving for the line, out wide to number 2. That's Marie Jonard here on the ball. Number 8 now, Julian Carano. What can we do? It's so fast, isn't it? It's Julian back on the ball, out wide. Oh, Lionel Tomaso there. And Hannah, it's TRY time again.
It is TRY time. The late bite in from the Scottish defender. So if you're sticking to your policy, you see the girl advisor should stay on her player, number 16 there. I think last second just bites in. You see that creates that space for the TRY. The
TRY. Excellent. Great analysis there. Lionel Tomaso getting over the line. Scotland on the ball. Can they fight back here? 2 down. 6.5 minutes on the clock in the first half here at Nottingham. It's the European Championships. Oh, what a ball, surely. Oh.
That was a great long ball into loads of space as well. Just slightly too deep from the winger to run onto.
That was Brona Murphy. Am I saying her name right? You'll be able to help me with
Brona.
This. Brona Murphy there. Unfortunately unable to scoop the ball there. But it looks like, do we have another set of 6 for Scotland here?
Yes. It's a good opportunity here. They definitely need to capitalise on this, bring it back to a 1 score difference. See what they can do.
Here we go. Driving forward. Down it goes. Look. Good speed. Oh, does he get the touch?
Good finish. Great finish.
And it is, yes, Andrew Haslat. It's TRY time again.
Yeah, and lovely. Great finish from Alistair Gossett there. A little dive in the put down.
Oh, was it Alistair, was it? Apologies.
Yeah, this one I think.
Yes, number 13, Alistair Gossip. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, thank you very much.
Good finish
for that, Hannah. And straight into the action again. France on the ball. It's 2-1 now. Scotland right back into this.
Yeah, pulling it back. Definitely got to keep this ticking over.
Still looking for the first win, of course. But
yeah,
it would be
could be the chance.
A good scout, wouldn't it? They met on Tuesday, these two. Are they going to get over? Oh no, down it goes. Yeah, they met the first game on Tuesday. France won it 9-4. Then they met on Wednesday with France winning 10-7. So nobody really runs away with it. The game's tight, aren't they?
And they're closing the gap as well. 9-4, 10-7. Hopefully we can. They're nice high-scoring games, which is a good thing. But hopefully close the gap again and get even closer, or even take the win. It's only 2-1. It's definitely a possibility.
I thought it looked like there was a touch there.
Yeah. I think he thought he was offside.
Yeah, he's disappointed there, isn't he? I think that's Gavin Byers. It is Gavin Byers running through. Didn't think he got touched, but I think he did. It looked like he did, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. From up here it did. I guess he only maybe thought he was offside, not sure who was offside. I think the ref was calling someone offside, we just don't know who. But anyway, we're back into driving on, subbing on.
Adam Brown here.
Seen some space on the wing.
Pushing forward, right across the field there.
See what they can do. Let's pull it out. Go on, 12, good setup. Oh, unlucky. Figado.
It's got to be frustrating, isn't it? It's so quick though, it's easy done, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And when the play is moving and there's a lot of bodies in and around the roll ball, so when that touch does happen, you've got the toucher, the half, and the dumper. So it's very easy to get feet in the way, if it's not put down completely still, it can bobble around on the ground.
Yeah, once you get over, there was a touch there. I'm sure there was a touch.
Yeah.
That was. I don't have a number for number 10. Actually, we don't have a field name for a name for the French number 10. So apologies, but it was a good dive, but there was a touch.
Oh, it's a good line. It's a good line in from the link as well. She's hitting some really nice attacking lines there to create some space for either the winger if they want to throw long, or herself when the wing doesn't shut down.
So when you pick the ball up so deep in your own half, you just need to make as many metres and yards as possible, don't you? Really? Yeah,
absolutely. And it's a long way. You've got 6 touches to get up to the line, but you do need to have a chance to attack. So you've got to make as many yards as you can, especially when you're scooping.
They've done a great job here.
Finish. Oh. Well done.
Brona Murphy's taking that one that time, slamming it down, and it's TRY time again here between France and Scotland. 2-2, Hannah, they called it back.
This is a real grudge match. It's looking great. I'm excited already. 10 minutes in.
Too, we picked a cracker here, haven't we?
We have.
Right, so France will tap off. Here we go. 10 minutes in, halfway through the first half. It's deadlocked at 2-2. Number 14 there, that was Olivier Vieza. Looking for space, looking, nowhere to go. Good defence from Scotland.
Yeah, very good defence. Not quite at the 7 yet, so they can. Oh, great! The bubble. That's the bubbling touch we were talking about there. When people start being physical in touches, obviously it's a minimal contact sport, we call it, but you still want to be a bit physical and give them a push so you can try and get exactly that. Disrupt the roll ball.
He certainly did, and Scotland certainly having the better of it at the minute, and the Scottish bench down there getting very animated in a good way, aren't they? Really? You Scots know how to get behind your team, don't you?
Volume and bagpipes, that's what we bring to the sub-box.
Volume and bagpipes. I have heard some bagpipes here this week.
Yeah, our coach Eddie has brought them down. So he was at the opening ceremony, piping all the teams down up the hill to the opening ceremony, and then he likes to pipe teams on, and if they've got a big game, it does help. It makes us feel very patriotic. You might have seen Braveheart, freedom, and all that.
Yeah, freedom. Yes. Yeah.
Bagpipes certainly help that raise that fire.
What year did Braveheart come out? That's a question, isn't it?
That's a great question. I'm going to guess 91.
No,
I
don't know, but if anybody does know, I'm going to say 96. But France on the attack. We'll find that out at half time for you.
There's
and
that
over
line
they
again.
go.
That number 10 again, hitting that line really, really well. Makes the defending so hard to do.
Oh, what a shame we don't actually know who number 10 is on our team sheet. We don't actually have a number 10.
I wonder if I can find out from the website.
We do have for France, by the way, the squad list is Maria Jonard, Lionel Jimenez, Charlie Marketing, Mylene Muna, Emanuela Simioli Brebion, Emilia Belondra, Julian Carano, Christophe Laforde, Arnold Rea, Romain Fremaz, Thomas Placiance, Olivier Vieza, Thomas Mournier, Lionel Tomaso and Julian Browen. What do you think of my French, Hannah?
I'll give you a solid 6.
Solid
out
6.
Of 10.
Out of 10. Needs work then. Probably a C- there for me. I'd say I'll give you the Scottish squads to announce, so that's a little bit easier.
It's a bit easier for me. I don't actually speak French, so we could swap.
Oh, now you tell me.
I kept that back from you, didn't I? Let you try.
You did that on purpose to make me look silly. I don't blame you.
I've had a look online as well, and number 10 seems to be Thomas, so I'm going to say that's incorrect.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they've left it off our list.
Maybe so.
They don't have it.
So France back on the drive, leading away 3-2, 13 minutes into the first half here. And they've just managed to get their noses ahead.
Of yards
they are, aren't they? Gaining well here. Oh, good ball. Surely there's a touch in there.
Yeah. I think that was so that referee signal means he's rolled the ball outside of his legs. So he's not actually stepped over the ball when he's rolled it.
Okay.
injury down in the end zone.
Yeah, he took a time to get up. Number 14, that's Olivier Vieza there. I hope he's not hurt. He's getting himself back up again.
He's running back to the mark. Looks like he's...
I think his cap took more damage than him there.
Precious, those things, though.
Is there any benefit to wearing a hat? Is it just to keep the sun out? Because I've seen quite a lot of players, some do, some don't, and I've been trying to work out if there's a benefit, and I can't really figure one out.
I'm mega against them. Mega against them, because you end up with it, when you went, well, for me anyway, when I run, if the wind catches it, it's very distracting.
Yeah.
Like in that scenario, you don't want to reset. No.
Scotland driving, and Gavin Byers again driving over the line, but of course had to get the ball dispatched, and unfortunately just too many French arms in the way. And France on the attack as the sun really starts to come out now.
Another opportunity for Scotland here. Another good opportunity to capitalise and level the game again. Yeah, caps, I think they definitely do help keep the sun out if you can get them to stay on.
Yeah.
But I've never found one. Maybe it's something to do with my funny shaped head, who knows, but
you don't have a funny shaped head, by the way.
Thank you.
But I'm very much the same. Hats just don't work for me.
No.
I just don't look right in a hat for some reason. So opportunities here for Scotland. Can they get back to 3-3? They've got the drive. That's Steve Coxhill there, number 11. He is the leading scorer for Scotland with 13 so far in the tournament. Did he get over?
Will be why. What a dive.
Wow.
Yeah. When you're 6 foot something, diving is, two-pronged. It's harder to get down to the ground, but you're longer. So if you can get down to the ground nice and early, you can dive from a lot further out, making the defence really challenging. Yeah,
I've been 5'7". I wouldn't know these things.
5'3", likewise. not a strong point of mine. Height.
No. It's normally, whilst I always put the tallest player as far away from me as possible when they're in the studio. So it is 3-3. Scotland did get over the line. A great game here. 15 and a half minutes on the clock in the first half. This is going to go right to the wire. France have so far won both games against Scotland previously in this tournament, but they've all been tight, and this one is as well. Are Scotland out for a bit of revenge in this match? They are bottom of the table, Scotland, having played 6, lost 5, drawn 1. France played 6, won 2, lost 2, drawn 2. Both those wins coming against Scotland. And was that over?
That was a lovely score. The winger did a really good job of chasing that down in defence as well. I think the ball was just down before she managed to make the touch.
Here's the replay now, and once again, Hannah, you know what time it is?
TRY time!
TRY time.
So what other games have you commentated on?
This is my first one.
Oh, of the whole tournament?
Of the whole tournament. I've been doing the studio mainly, so
yes.
I think people have probably absolutely fed up of looking at my face. So,
we had an interview with you yesterday, and
yes.
you asked us the question, if you could replace all the grass in the world with one item, what would it be? And I said spaghetti. You didn't find out what you would do.
Well, it's a good question. Scotland go over there as well. We'll get a replay of that, then I will answer your question. Hannah, it gives me an excuse to have a bit more of a think about it as well, doesn't it?
Buy yourself some time.
So here we go. Talk us through this.
Yeah, it's just a back door, and he's come round on a sweeper or a back door. Different teams call them different things, but he's attacking the defensive middle who made the touch, and he's stepped back in and found a gap between the middles. So it's just a lovely executed score. Quite a play that a lot of teams do run, but yeah, when executed like that, results in a TRY.
A TRY, and what a game this is, by the way. 4-4. Now, in answer to your question, I'm going to see if I can cheat a little bit.
Right.
What if I said AstroTurf? Does that?
Okay.
Or marshmallows?
Yeah. Marshmallows. But you end up with the same problem as Eddie suggested. Tang-fastic crocodiles.
Yeah.
You end up with the same problem. Like, what if you want to run somewhere?
Yeah.
I don't want to do something.
I don't think it's a dilemma we're actually going to ever have to deal with, though.
You've got to consider these situations.
Yeah, very true. Right, France with an opportunity here. Can they go 5-4 and maybe hold out to the break? It's 4-4 at the minute. We've got just over 2 minutes left on the clock for the first half. They're moving the ball quite nicely now, but pace has slowed down. Now they're going to drive forward. Does he get it down? I'm sure there's a touch there.
Yeah. Good defence from Scotland. They've got to keep tight.
That was Stuart. No, it's not. It's Lionel Tomasso going again, isn't it?
Yeah.
For France, and Coxhill with the touch. Julian Carreno on the ball now. Here we go. Does he get over? Does it go down? I think it.
Yeah, touches in as well. I think from the link. It's good from Jess. She made a touch. Looks like on a foot. Yeah.
Jessica Arndt there, she did, yeah. So France with the ball again. Driving for the line. Can they get over? Are we going to have another TRY time? Hand goes up. Thinks he got the touch.
I think the ball was away first as the ref's call.
Oh, right.
Good defence from Scotland, all holding their shape, keeping there in a shutdown and not giving them any options to get through to the line other than throwing really long.
We've got 1 minute to go till the half-time hooter will go. Can Scotland maximise this? All right, they're just too far in their own half, really, to maximise the 6 and give themselves a scoring opportunity, Hannah.
Could make a real difference, though, if they manage to get a score. It's a great drive from Gossett there. He's managed to get all the way through to the... And Kenny now in the scoring region. Off they go, take off. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, unlucky there. Good effort. We've got 30 seconds left. Surely that's going to be calling us up to half-time. Somebody is down. Number 17. That's Julian Brebion. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Is that good?
Yes, Brebion.
Let's hope he's okay.
He's done. He's up and running, which is
he's coming off. He's got a bit of a limp there. Let's hope Julian is okay and can get back on. We don't like to see players injured. We saw it yesterday actually with Bulgaria. In their mixed game, one of the ladies unfortunately got injured, and it meant they didn't have any subs, so let's play the whole game with 5.
Oh wow, that is with 5.
With 5, yeah. There we go. So the half-time hooter goes. It's 4-4 here, and it is deadlocked, isn't it? You can't call this one because
very
both have played well.
It's almost the best way for this game to end at the half. 4-4, clean slate for both teams. Come out. It's a game of 20 minutes now.
Absolutely. Good stuff indeed. So we are just looking through the replays now, as you can see. I'm delighted to say we are joined by a very another special guest for this second half as well. Ruth from Jersey, how's it been?
Hi there. Yeah, it's been really good so far. Tiring, but we're getting there.
So you're going to join us for the second half. It's deadlocked. It's 4-4. Hannah can fill you in on how it's been going so far.
It's been very exciting. I mean, I find it very exciting. It's been end-to-end, score for score pretty much, which is exactly what we want to see as spectators in a touch game. Obviously, I would like Scotland to lift it a bit and get a couple more scores over France in the second half, but it's been really exciting. Lots of end-to-end stuff.
We love a tight game.
We do,
and we've seen quite a few so far. Hannah, let me ask you this question.
Yes.
The coach, what's been said down there now to the Scotland team?
I mean, if it was me, I'm
not asking you to lip read.
You could do
what might
that
they be
bad lip reading thing they do in the NFL. If it was me, I mean, this is a real scenario where you do have a clean slate as a team. You're in a draw at this scenario. You need to put your foot on the gas, go up a gear, and really, really raise your game second half. It's everything you've got to give now, really.
And Ruth, let's come to you. How's the mood been in the Jersey camp?
Oh, it's been really positive. So we have a lot of newbies this year. We have 4 18-year-olds in the team and a couple other newbies too. So we've had some tough games. We played the big 5 already, but we've got to keep our pedal to the metal. We've had a couple of injuries, so second halves are hard for us. I think the score lines have shown that. But we're getting there. We want to bring the heat against Netherlands later today.
Fantastic. And do you all live on the island?
So we have some that are at university off the island, a couple that play more in the UK, but everyone there is a Jersey-based person.
What do you call
eligible?
it?
Definitely
eligible.
Full eligibility.
We have all been checked.
Are you all Jersey Shorers then? Is that what you're called from Jersey? Jersey Shorers.
Jersey Shorers, yes, absolutely.
There's a name. There's the nickname for the team.
There's the nickname, Jersey Shorers.
Right, as you can see, the players are back on the field. Second half coming up. It is the mixed 30 round robin, and it's a cracker. France and Scotland. Things about to get underway. Hannah, I know obviously you are Scottish. You're going to back your team to get the job done, right?
Yes, I'm having every faith in them. They're going to bring it. They've had some lovely opportunities out there. tighten up the execution, I reckon this is theirs to have.
It's going to be Thomas Mounier. Did I say that right? Did I say that good?
Mounier.
To Mounier. Oh, there you go. I didn't say it. D plus now for me to get things underway for France.
And we've got Jersey though. How's your
sure.
French?
Oh, bad. Don't
Okay.
We belong to the UK. We belong to the UK.
Ruth, can you just tell me who number 6 is for France?
Oh, Emmanuel Simolino Brebillon.
There you go.
Wow, right, I'm off. Retiring. Back to the studio for me. Nobody needs me.
I think this half is going to be whoever can dig deep, to be honest, and scoreline so close.
Yeah.
Who can really want that?
And it's always that way. Day 4 of a tournament, you've probably run, I don't know, what, 7, 8, who knows how many, I don't know what the draw is for these guys, but 7, 8 games at least, and the legs are heavy on both teams. So really, mind over matter scenario.
Absolutely.
Scotland will be out for revenge in this game, but it's an important game for France as well. They're tied on points 12 with the England 2 team, who are playing now as well, I think. So it actually matters, doesn't it, for both teams, Ruth? When you're in that sort of situation, and we're day 4 as well now, you can't afford to make any more mistakes, can you? On day 1 you can get away with a loss.
Absolutely.
You can't do it now.
Yeah, it's tough. It's really hard to come off a loss and to pick yourself up and just come back swinging for the next one. That's where the mentality is really important. Positive attitude always.
Yeah, momentum thing as well, isn't it? And you want to build momentum through a tournament and keep improving and improving and improving. And yeah, losses can be hard to take.
They're hard to take. I mean, we've had a couple of losses that have felt like wins.
Yeah,
we've been drawing with England and Scotland at half time.
Yeah.
And then it's the legs on those teams that are getting it for us, to be honest.
Oh, what a drive forward there.
And a dive from both teams. I don't think the defender managed to get it. No, it doesn't look like it.
Definitely close though.
Very close. The importance of a good dive. We spoke about that.
It certainly was, and that is Arnaud Rea now. He takes his tally. Well, he was on 8 at the start of this game, so he's at least up to 9. France take the lead 5-4 early doors in the second half, and not what Scotland wanted, Hannah.
No, not what you want. I guess it's when a team wins the tap, they're going to tap first half. It's always their first opportunity. What's important now is that Scotland reply. So, yeah, they've got the tap here and got possession, so let's see what they can do. Keep the game ticking over.
Exactly. Can they pull it level here? It's a good bit of movement, but I think there was the touch there. That was Steve Coxhill, again, as we mentioned quite a few times, the leading try scorer for Scotland in this tournament. We know he's up to at least 14 now, isn't he? So
yeah, with a lovely dive too.
Hard corner by France.
And another lovely dive. Not sure what the sideline's called. Just bolted out ground, I think. Yeah.
So play switches over to France for their set of 6. But deep in their own half here. Here we go.
They drive really, really hard off the park here, France, and it's something that is typical of all the French teams, especially the Women's Open that we played yesterday for the second time. They do run really, really hard to get off the field because it's really important, this exiting, so that you can give a nice platform for the 6th set coming on.
If you can get out of your half, then that really sets up your transitioning players.
Yeah. For sure.
Superb stuff. I noticed the subs as well, a lot of rolling subs. What a ball that was, by the way. We'll come back to that shortly. And unfortunately,
ball to deck.
number 2 for Scotland. I've got Andrew Hazlitt down, but I'm pretty certain that's not Andrew. So, Andrea maybe, but definitely not Andrew. So the ball is back,
and it's turned over back to France for an overstep.
France had it. Yes, number 2, sorry, for France, Maria. It's the kids, isn't it? Why can't
yes.
They should be in white or something.
Maybe, I know.
Now, I'm just touching on the substitutions, actually, because I find it quite interesting. I was having a conversation with Jordan yesterday and Ben about it as well. It just happens so quick. Are you pre-prepared, or is it just someone's coming off, I'll jump in my position and I'll go on? How does it actually work?
So everyone has their subbing buddy generally, so you will have either a person or several people that you sub with. In the sub box while you're waiting to come on, you'll discuss it as a team, who's going on. I'm going as 1, I'm going as 2. And then, when your player hits that gate, you are full speed ahead straight onto the pitch.
I like that, sub buddy.
Sub buddy.
Sub buddy.
Yeah, I want a sub buddy. I don't know. Right, France back on the ball, 5-4 they lead. 3 minutes into the second half here. It would be a big moment if they can pull 2 ahead, but Scotland holding firm so far. There wasn't a touch there, now there is. Defence has got to be tight here, isn't it?
Yeah,
good work rate.
Keep really, really disciplined and your defence. Good touch there on the line.
It's unfortunate there. We had 2 people caught in the touch, but did well to recover there.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you say we? Is that we France or we Scotland? Whose side are you on here?
We as a collective.
Okay,
we as a collective always.
If you root for France, I'll root for Scotland. And then at least it's balanced.
I can root for France. I mean, they are our closest neighbours, aren't they?
I was about to say, you can see France pretty much from Jersey. You can't from Scotland.
I think we have a very British attitude, though, towards France.
Naturally, I have to sit on the fence here. So go both teams.
Truly impartial.
Yeah.
What I want is the sport to be the winner.
Well, then my team's winning, guys.
Nice shots of the crowd there. The French team, they're getting themselves eager, ready. Although actually they look a bit calm right now. Don't they?
I think they look a bit cold.
So I was really trying to build that up, and then they just sit there and nobody does anything. So thank you to France there for making me look silly once again.
I think they're just cold. When the wind's down, it is lovely.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get a little breeze.
So France have got the lead here, 6-4. The first time in the game we've seen a 2-point lead. What's been the difference so far? What's just given France that little extra edge? Because there's not a lot in it.
There's really not a lot in it. I think it's just it is very fine margins, but I think it's the execution. We spoke before about the female links hitting really, really nice holes on the line, which give them scoring opportunities. And I think that is the difference, although having said that, that's exactly what happened here.
Yeah.
And you see the difference it makes.
You can see Scotland's heart coming through there.
Yeah. Digging really deep for that one.
Scotland's heart coming through, Ruth. I like that.
Brave heart.
Brave
Out with all of
heart.
them today, aren't I?
Mel Gibson is in the house. That famous Scotsman.
That very Aussie-sounding Scotsman.
Right, France on the attack. Scotland put it back to just a 1-point deficit at the minute. Can they stop? Can they get the ball back here? France driving forward. It looked like a good move. And over the line they get. And it was a good move, wasn't it?
Yeah, really nice. So the half just picked up, went on the short side, so on the side of the defender with the least other people, and then stepped back in to find a space and made that offload again. This is what we said about France, is they're really good at hitting their lines and their holes and creating opportunities.
France have a lot of composure when it comes to those pass-offs.
Yeah.
Other teams may have gone in for that touch, and France decided to ping the offload, trust their players were there, and they were.
Yeah, absolutely.
So once again, France get that 2-point advantage again. It's France 7, Scotland 5. We are 6 minutes into the second half, so still plenty of time for Scotland to come back. They're on the ball now, trying to drive forward, just taking the time a little bit, looking for the right plays. Here we go, moving forward. Oh no!
Unlucky.
I think a gust of wind took that there.
Yeah.
That's very unfortunate for Scotland.
Question for you. If you were to replace all the grass in the world with something, what would it be?
All the grass in the world. Wow.
That's a question. If you want, Ruth, we can give you a minute to think about it.
Okay, thank you.
Until Scotland get the ball back, you can think about it.
That's the most curveball question I've had all week. There have been some sus ones from my team, it has to be said. Let me have a think about that one. I'll answer on the next score. How about that?
There we go.
How about that?
It's a good deal.
There you go. That's a lovely Vizier driving forward. Thomas Brunier picks up the ball. I just can't say it right, can I? I'm never gonna pass my French GCSEs at this rate.
See what they can set up here. They're taking their time, making sure they get the right defenders in for the plays that they want to run. Messing about with them a little bit.
Moving the ball nicely. Is it important just to get a touch early on in the game? I know we're well into it now, but when you first start the game, you see it in other sports, certainly football, they like to give the keeper an early touch. Is it nice to get everybody hands on the ball early? Yeah,
I think and it depends what kind of play you want to run. So I don't know if you noticed there, Scotland had a player down, so they had a defender sent to the side for that set. So they were defending 5-on-6, which can sometimes actually make it harder because you're not expecting to get the person you want in attack. But it is a bit like a game of cat and mouse. There's a constant. There's a really fine line, and it depends on the plays that you're running, whether you want to run it at pace and drive in really hard on that defender, or whether you want to dial it back and take it slow and actually stop them moving. So if you can get someone really flat on their feet, defending is a lot harder, where if they're already moving and bouncing around, yeah, you can change direction a bit easier.
There we go. We saw France go over there. We saw the replay to 8-5.
And the ball was down.
But
Great score.
Scotland again. What time is it, Hannah?
It's TRY time.
It's TRY time. Scotland again dropped back by 3, but now they're just edging it back again. It's France 8, Scotland 6. How important was that to bounce back that quick in that play?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's gonna give them that boost they need. They talk about the kind of momentum shifting moments. Hopefully for Scotland can take that and capitalise on this. You've got to back up a score with a good defence, so this here, if they can defend this out, will be a real game changer for them.
And there is plenty of time left on the clock.
Yeah, loads of time still. 10 whole minutes.
10 whole minutes, but it goes quick, doesn't it? And does she get it? Oh, we've seen that a few times over on the wing. The long ball not quite working for France today, is it?
But that's the lift that Scotland will need. That's the lift, and they've defended a set, so yeah, they can go back and hopefully if they score this set, it's an 8-7. It becomes a 1-score game.
Straight back in it. Right, I think it's time, Ruth. Have you given us your answer yet, please?
I think I may have an answer for you.
Okay.
I think I'd have to go with carpet, but not the type that would give you a rug burn.
Okay.
maybe a nice lamb's wool carpet, or I was just thinking, what would I like to dive on as a winger? Going for those scores.
There you go.
What would I like to dive on?
Sensible thinking, not like marshmallows.
Not marshmallows. I mean, a bit sticky. Is the marshmallows not a bit sticky?
Hang on, Hannah. What was your answer? We're talking silly answers.
Spaghetti.
I mean, that'll get tangled in your feet, won't it? And your toes. Imagine
You'll be
that.
sliding all over the place.
But when I eat spaghetti, I cut up really small.
Oh,
So
you're
you
a
could just
chopper. You're a chopper. You're
I'm
not a
chopper.
twiddler. You're not a twirler.
I'm afraid I can't take any claim to be an elegant eater. So I cut my food up.
And there we go. Scotland driving over the line, and look at that. Another score.
And
as we said, a 1-score game now.
Yeah. This is exactly the boost they will have needed. Momentum massively shift. 2 scores from Scotland with the defended set as well. So
here we go with the replay as well of that touchdown. TRY time again, isn't it? And Scotland right back in it. Look at that. Founds the space, gets through, and it is Alistair Gossett who gets the ball down. Here we go. France driving forward once again. 8-7. Less than 10 minutes to go. Once again on a knife edge, as we said, if you are just tuning in. Twice they've already met, these two teams. First on Tuesday, France won it 9-4. Then they met on Wednesday, France won it 10-7. So nobody runs away with it. This is the tightest one we've seen so far. Can Scotland get revenge? Can France record a very important win here in the mixed 30 round robin? Does she get over? Yes, she does.
I think it's a forward pass.
Oh, is it? They're arguing it, aren't they? And yes.
And the momentum is back with Scotland again.
Yeah, that's another real boost for Scotland in the mentality. Oh, and we've got another offside as well from the tap.
There's the replay. We're just looking at it now. The forward pass.
Back chat. So it's essentially 3 penalties in a row for France there. Oh. Someone's going to the naughty stuff.
That is a man. Mr. Greg Taylor, the referee, made his 100th international cap as a referee yesterday. He has been there, he's seen it, he's heard it. You can't pull the wool over his eyes, can you?
Absolutely not. It's the wrong person to try anything with. He will have seen it before, and he will not take it.
So here we go.
And quite rightly, he shouldn't either.
Well, no ref should they,
No,
really?
no,
and they don't. The standard of refereeing's been pretty impressive, isn't it? Is that over the line?
Touches in.
But
great dive from both attacker and defender.
Yeah, so we're just touching on the standard of the referee, and I don't know how they do it because the game is so fast.
Oh, I know. My dad's a referee, and he refed at the last Euros, not this one, but
I refed at the last Euros.
Did you?
So technically, I'm the Jersey National Director of Referees, so as well as the winger. So
there you go.
And it's hard, honestly. Being a referee on that pitch, you're so conscious that you want to make those right decisions. And you've got to remember the refs have the ref coaches on the sideline. They're coaching them, they're telling them, they're pinging them up. So many of these referees will be going for upgrades, so they want to be making those right calls. And there's a lot of pressure before games. I remember last Euros. I was going to say last year, but can't believe it was 4 years ago.
4 whole years ago. That's a great score.
It is, isn't it? France tuck away quite nicely to get themselves at that 2-point lead at a crucial point as well. Ruth, just quickly on the referee and your title for the referees, or is that self-proclaimed, or is that official?
Yes.
Official title.
Official title. But I refereed last year Euros because I'd been out of touch for a little while at that point. and I really wanted to come back as a player, so that's what I've done this year.
There you go.
Superb. Now Scotland need to bounce back here, don't they? Time is ticking. Oh, what a jump! What a time!
Lovely from Coxie.
Oh, brilliant! And Ruth, what time is it?
It's TRY time!
It's TRY time. Yes, it is. And Scotland back in this again. 9-8 now with what, 6 minutes to go. Oh my word, this is on a knife edge. Here's the replay of it. What a dive.
Is why he's the top try scorer for that team.
I think they refer to this as squeaky bum time, do they not?
They do. 9-8.
The famous Scott said that as well, didn't he? Yes, of course. Not Mel Gibson. A question for you actually, Ruth, we're trying to figure this one out. Braveheart the film, what year did it come out?
Wow. I want to say I was very young or not born. So
I was going to say you two probably weren't born when it came out.
You know what? I'm going to say 95, 96.
Okay.
I said 96 actually.
I said 91. I mean,
you know what? I think
I'm
you
gonna
may be close to that. We had a quiz last night, and the question was, when was the first episode of The Simpsons aired?
1988.
1989. I went
Yes.
91. I said it was between 89 and 92, and I went the wrong end. So I lost out on that one. Still won the quiz though. So,
I'm going to make a really terrible admission here. Never actually seen Braveheart.
Have you never seen Braveheart? Oh my goodness, I think that's your homework, isn't it? As a Scot, as a proud Scot, although maybe because you're a proud Scot, you haven't watched it.
Don't want to watch an Aussie playing one of our national heroes.
There we go. By the way, a bit of action going on, of course, here. France got over the line. Scotland bounced straight back, though. So this really is game on. We've got some breaking news coming in as well from the Scottish Government. And Hannah Chris has had her citizenship revoked.
I am no longer eligible.
So Jersey, you've got a new player.
Come and transfer, we'll have you.
Right, here we go. France back on the ball. 10-9. Finally, boys, we've got, 4.5 minutes left on the clock. This is crucial now, isn't it? You've got to maximise these plays. And France pushing forward. And they're gonna stay with the ball, aren't they?
I think that's an overstep. Scotland's ball.
Oh, Scotland get it back. Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Ladies, when you're in this situation, you're obviously slightly aware of the time, but
very
aware. Do you have somebody bawling in your ear?
Yeah, usually coach screaming at you from the sideline.
It's also at this point that composure is so key.
Yeah.
If you're getting too excited, there's a chance of drop balls, oversteps. This is when you really need to get your game face on and listen to that muscle memory.
Yeah.
That's why we do the repetitions over the year, so that when you're blowing, when you're tired and you get turnover like that at the crucial time, you can just rely on your body to do what it knows what to do.
Yeah.
It's a shame, wasn't it? Broner was screaming for it over on the right wing there, but not to be. And France have possession, drive forward. You feel like if they score here, it could have dire consequences for Scotland. Moving the ball around nicely, the touch comes in. The shout of 4, I believe, there.
Yeah, I think so. Fifth touch
That's fine,
there.
the hand goes up.
So he's got to go over.
Real scramble D here.
Oh,
great defence from Scotland.
Wasn't it?
Great defence. It's really about keeping your composure, keeping things together, and just trust the process. Don't try and do anything too fancy, no extra passes. Take those 50-50s, just trust the process.
Trust the
About
process.
mitigating the risk at this point.
Exactly.
Everything is safe.
Yeah.
Safe hands, safe passes.
I'll tell you something, wise words coming out from the commentary box here. I really don't fit in. Scotland drive forward now. This is important. Oh, and it's
Sixth touch.
Sixth
They
touch,
had to go.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
What have we got? We've got just over 2.5 minutes left to go. There's still time, but they've got to stop France from scoring now. They've got to get possession back, haven't they, Hannah?
Yeah, they do. Really need to put pressure on these guys in defence and girls. I use that term very incorrectly a lot of the time.
It's a generic term.
Guys,
a collective
consider it to
people
be.
on the field.
Yes, I agree. But yeah, I mean, they've managed to do that. They've managed to get a turnover, which is great, and in almost on the halfway, which is a really good position to be in. Oh dear, someone's getting a little telling off.
Oh my! Do you know what? I feel like I'm back at school again. I really do. If Greg comes
He's
near
the head
you.
teacher of the refs.
He
isn't
is. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir, no, sir, feedback's full, sir.
Of course, I know nothing about being in detention multiple times. Right, come on, Scotland. Here we go, driving forward. I am sitting on the fence, of course. So I support both teams. I support the game of touch.
You just want a really tight
But go on,
match.
Scotland, push it forward. It is a tight game. It's a cracker, isn't it? Can they score here? I think there was a touch, wasn't there?
Yeah, touch in. I think the wing was the option there. If Coxie had a little bit more time to get the ball away, it might have been a really good opportunity for a score.
The space was quite closed down by the looks of things. It may have been require him to go back into the shot. Does he have a long ball in him? That's the question.
Yes, exactly. And off which hand and all sorts.
Oh, and what a run, what a drive.
Touch. Really, really well done. Try saving that one, I'd say.
And he has his old shoulder strapped up, so I really hope he didn't hurt it more.
I know.
No, I think that was Julian Carreno over there. He's taking a breather now. Well-deserved breather. The touch in there too.
Yeah. They're on 5th now. That hand has gone up from the ref.
We've got a minute less. The time really is ticking here. Time running out for Scotland. It's been the tightest of games. It's been an absolute thriller.
Yep. He's done the right thing there. Left the ball, not touched it. But he does only have 50 seconds left. You're going to want to run that ball.
You're going to have to, aren't you?
I think subbing is a bad idea. You've just got to drive here. I'm watching the clock tick down. I don't know if they will know. They've only got 30 seconds to go.
I think you're more nervous than them, Anna.
The suspense.
At this point, the adrenaline's going, though, so they're probably not even thinking about that, just getting up the pitch.
Oh, that is the game as well. France will win this game.
Don't speak too soon.
Well, an interception, you never know. An interception might.
Things happen. There you go, yeah.
There goes the full-time hooter. All he needs is a touch. There it goes. And it is France who narrowly emerge victorious. 10-9. These two teams have played some sensational games. Ruth, let's come to you first. What do you make of that second half?
Oh, it was very tight. As I said, squeaky bum time. Both teams really brought it in the second half. A one-score game, you don't get much better than that on the touch pitch, and both teams really showed heart in that half.
Hannah.
Yeah, no, but I'm very proud of what Scotland have done there. I think coming from 9-4 in the first game, 10-7 in the next game, to take it all the way to 10-9 is a phenomenal result for them. So really well done. And next time.
Next time. Now, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. I think we've got a bit of a gap now, actually, haven't we? So we can stay on a little bit. In fact, I've got to hand over to myself in the studio in a minute. Ruth, would you care to join me over there very, very shortly?
I will join you in the studio.
I appreciate that. Hannah, it's not that I don't want you in the studio.
I have a team meeting now.
You've got a team meeting, and of course you've been in the studio already. Have you enjoyed yourself, first of all, up here in the comms box?
Of course, always. I love it. Give me a mic and I'm happy.
Before I let you go, both of you, we need to do all this together. Ladies, what time is it?
TRY time!
Right, I'm going to hand over to myself and Ruth in the studio very shortly, so please bear with me whilst I make my way over. To the studio, we've made the very short dash from the commentary box over here to the studio, and of course you heard from Ruth there in the second half joining us. Ruth, thanks so much for stepping in for that, by the way. Did you have fun?
I did. Absolutely. It was my first time, so I'll leave it to you to decide how I did, Coach.
I'm not coaching. I'm going to give you 10 out of 10.
Oh, amazing. I'll take that.
Now, let's talk about Jersey. We touched on it a little bit, didn't we, during the commentary, but what is the state of play like in Jersey? It's only a small island, isn't it? But it seems to be very popular.
Absolutely. I think I made the comment yesterday to the team that in the UK you have about as many people that play touch as actually are on Jersey in total. So it's, we really hold our own considering the size of our island. It's a developing sport in Jersey. Yeah. As I mentioned before, we have a lot of newbies this year, but it's great. It's great to see the young up and comers. We have a lot of boys that come over from the rugby team. Jersey's well known for its professional rugby team, and a lot of the boys there play in the junior Reds team, and that really translates to their touch.
I watched a bit of the game yesterday, the mixed game between England, when you played England, and I watched the first half, and I'd say there was nothing between you, was there?
No, absolutely. We were 2-1 up at one point, so I think that's probably the biggest win for us. Drawing 2-2 at half time, that's been the case with several of our games.